And, we walk into a lot of practices in coaching where dentists have already made a decision to, either leave a network or they've been to a CE course and they came back and said, oh, I'm going to do this without really understanding and assessing their readiness. And, it's not that they had epic fails at that, but that's where the reputation of going at a network and going bankrupt or being in the red or, issues with your team, it comes from that piece of the process, which is why I was so excited that we were going to do this for people, because, it's not necessarily that you're in coaching with us, but I want you to be able to make informed decisions and have a really good plan and strategy. I'm all about strategy. So part of that is also addressing what limiting beliefs that you have regarding insurance, recognizing your own, because even going to a CE course and going, you know what, I'm going to do this because I definitely see that I can have more profitability, and then being midstream in it and realizing, oh gosh, like even I have some struggle as a practice owner with this that's overflowing into my team is super hindering to the process as well. So we're going to talk about that while also developing what your vision and standards of care are for your practice that are independent of insurance reimbursement. So being able to talk through what does that look like? You hear a lot of times patient-centric versus procedure-centric mindsets. We're going to touch on that and have you do some introspective work on like, what does that look like for me in my practice? And have I been really clear with my team, or have I been driven by what frequencies and coverages are? Designing patient conversations to minimize attrition, because this is another area where, I go in and, or any of our coaching team goes in and you've sent out, practices have sent out a letter because that's what they think they're supposed to do. And they've lost several patients. So part of this is being able to design not just a conversation to talk to patients about what you're going to do, but also for when they return, that your team is completely fluid and able to speak very well and all in alignment with why you made that choice, while also developing a tactical strategy that creates a positive bottom line result. Like, we don't want to put you in a predicament where, you're not seeing the fruits of all of the efforts that you're making. And again, training your team on insurance independence is important, getting through their limiting beliefs. And we also want to introduce you to some of our practices, just like you would a patient, right? You show them before and after photos. So we're going to have some actual clients that give some testimonials, and they've been in your shoes. They've struggled with the limiting beliefs of, oh gosh, I don't know if I'm ready to take this on, and their team members. So you'll be able to see not just the dentist's perspective, but also some of the team members that we've worked with that actually are on the other side of this. Because I think the more information you have, and the more connection you have with, oh, this is possible and people are doing this and it's working well, creates a lot of value.